Norm, Joe Manchin says many of the ludicrous sayings that Senator Sinema says, like today, Joe Manchin once again said, the filibuster is needed to protect democracy. And it's the most idiotic thing you can possibly say. However, he's got a much more interesting record. I had actually forgotten until today that 10 years ago, he sponsored a rule change that he voted for when he was one of the smart 44 in the minority voting for that rule change on the 60-vote threshold. Senator Sinema is another matter. There's no evidence that she's ever had a clear thought about this.
And, Lawrence, in our previous discussions, we noted that Sinema might be more of a problem because she was more of an enigma on this than Manchin. Much of the work that I've done and along with Al Franken has been aimed at trying to get Joe Manchin to a place where he could say, we're not ending or weakening the filibuster, we're restoring it, while we're actually doing something that's going to provide opportunities to vote and to put the burden on the minority where it belongs. And I think the actions today demonstrating that not a single Republican actually deviated from this rhetoric of states' rights. This was, I'd love to go back and look at what Richard Russell and James Eastland and George Wallace said about, the sanctity of states and their own voting places, which parallels what the Republicans were saying today. Not a single one went along. Not one, other than Senator Murkowski has gone along with Joe Manchin's effort to get the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. So what comes next is to maybe have one or two or three more examples that show the Republicans are going to unite together to block everything that Democrats want that's meaningful and that it's time to bring about a change. And hopefully you can have the same kind of argument with Sinema that we're not going to get rid of it. Okay, you're right. We need to preserve something. Here's the way we can do it. And we have multiple options, the ones that Joe Manchin talked about on that call.
Yeah, Jonathan, it turns out that Norm Ornstein's been trying to get Joe Manchin to agree with what Joe Manchin thought 10 years ago on this exact subject. And when you go back to 10 years, you find Mitch McConnell completely supporting the Voting Rights Act, joining the unanimous vote in the Senate in the last time it was reauthorized for 25 years. Mitch McConnell voted for it. And so what you're seeing here is a changed universe in the Senate where something about the Senate has to change if there's going to be any progress.
Right. And I actually think Senator Manchin did the whole process actually a favor by unexpectedly putting out his compromise. And I'm going to disagree a little bit with Norm here. It wasn't just Democratic priorities that were in that bill. There were Republican priorities in that bill, i.e. voter ID. These folks have spent decades saying that we must have voter ID. So Manchin says, OK, here it is. And they vote unanimously against it today. And so what Manchin has done is put them in a box. He's revealed the lie that they even want to do anything in a bipartisan nature. Today's vote shows that they absolutely do not, and it is all about power.